Welcome to this week's edition of Mainely Motorsports here with Greg Emerson. Last week we had talked about the Beach Ridge Pro Series, like a hot topic, and came off their biggest Saturday night race of the year, and really uneventful, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there was some things that happened. I mean,
You're going to have it in racing.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Kruschek had a pretty good car, and he got out to the lead, and I don't know, probably around the midpoint or so, and got into some lap traffic, got tangled up, brings out a caution. I mean, he still continued, but the whole nose of his car was ripped off, and when he went to go again.
Yeah, no, they put bodies on race cars for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, and but yeah, no, so that was good after 2 weeks of, I mean, and Facebook is the new drama llama. It's like, you know what I love about Facebook? When the women get on there and straighten it out. the women that have never sat behind the wheel of a race car, but they're going to straighten it out because they got all the answers. Because they've never lost a race.
Right.
Right?
I guess.
Am I right? Oh, you can't say. That's right. Now that Greg can't say. But yeah, women, they've never lost a race. And, but there's a lot of men that have never lost a race either. They call them Monday morning quarterbacks.
Right.
But, you know, the drivers are the ones that got to man up and handle it themselves. And, you know, I heard a lot of stuff last week that we don't got to call out names on TV, but yeah, some people were going to take matters into their own hands. They were done. You know, they thought things weren't being done the way it should be, and they were going to handle it. So, but luckily, it doesn't come to that. And
No, it was pretty uneventful the whole night, really.
Yeah.
So, whatever. People talk.
Yeah. No, we traveled off to, I don't know. I call it Montmagny. Some call it Montmagny. The GPS calls it something else. So, but and anybody that's been up there, you know, Ralph Nace used to own that track for years, and you know, you remember a facility that's there. It ain't the facility that's there now, because I'm going to tell you, these people that are buying these tracks in Canada, like over to Valley Junction, and they're spending some money.
Yeah.
They're doing some upgrades. I mean, they did a really nice job there. And, you know, they've widened the front stretch, so I know there's people that have been there in the past that didn't travel up this weekend, and you know, we don't even want to talk about the 24 effort this weekend. It was, yeah, we didn't take ours, so we need to get back on track at Beach Ridge Saturday night.
Yeah.
So that's what our goal is, and I call it the families all coming back together, right? Because, you know, you and Jake been racing at Beach Ridge, and, you know, the old guys, they can't travel more than, you know, an hour out of the way from the nursing home. So, you know, they can come to Beach Ridge now. So, but everybody, the family's back together. You know, now we can, you know, we struggled. I mean,
We'll see what's happening.
Gone to a couple of races with only 3 crew guys, with me being one of them, you know.
That's a struggle.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm all done. I'm not working anymore. Just all my crew that's watching this show.
I got a lot of comments on your props last week.
What was my props?
Yeah, when you were doing the pen and the
Oh yeah,
remote.
I needed real props, so real cars. That would have been better, huh?
Yeah.
Were they good comments?
Yeah, some people enjoyed it.
What did others say?
Nothing really.
Oh,
They
okay.
were just
I thought
like,
there was
what
others.
was Steve doing?
Yeah, no, Steve was showing you guys how to race at Beach Ridge. If that ain't gonna work, we're gonna put a big white chalkboard up behind us, and I'm gonna show you the line. You know what I mean? Or maybe we'll take an aerial view. I'll take a higher airplane and take an aerial view, and you can see the groove. You know, just use it. You know, but whatever. But no, it's good, and a lot of things. You know, we're in July. This is a big month around here. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. You know, obviously Loudon coming up, and if you haven't got your camper space reserved, Speedway Sports Park, they still got some spaces available. And if you're going down just for the day, you know, for Saturday or Sunday, get there early, you know, support them and park there. I think it's the easiest in and out. That's where I always park. So, and then obviously we got the 250 coming up in a couple weeks.
Yep.
I want to touch on that a little bit in a couple segments from now. But, you know, there was some big racing that went on other than at Beach Ridge. You know, Speedway 95, you know, they race every week. Wiscasset, you know, we still, I think Unity's got something going up. Nobody's reached out to really give me any information, but I think they're going to try to run some races with a few classes. So
Right.
keep trying.
Keep trying every week.
Yeah.
Bring them back.
Yeah, bring it
I
back.
mean, and Oxford had another great car count on Friday night. So.
Makes me wonder what the 250 car count's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, they're bringing 30 cars. I think
On a
there was
weekly.
31 Pro Late models, and there was 4 or 5 that were just there testing in preparation for the 250. So, yeah, that should be a
very
well
interesting
attended
thing.
Yeah, it should be. But last week, Lee, you know, they've been hit by the weather bug, just like Oxford has on some Friday nights. But they had a beautiful night last Friday, and then the Valente Modified Series was there, and you know, kind of like the highlight division. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we want to show you some highlights from the lead support divisions, and we'll talk about the modifieds in the segment after that. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Don't let the other guys rough you up. Shop online at otmotorsales.com.
Clark's Eastside Scrap and Westside Scrap, two of the region's most efficient scrap yards. Both locations have the latest and greatest equipment, along with large capacity scales that are constantly calibrated to ensure honest weights. Car crushing, roll-off containers, scrap metal. Clark's Eastside Scrap in Chelsea and Clark's Westside Scrap in Farmingdale. Don't fix it, scrap it.
Mainly Motorsports TV, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Southern Maine Motors, out to be Maine's #1 Chrysler Dodge Jeep dealership. Route 1 Saco.
17, yes, down here at the 33 line. Across. Green flag. Friday night, kick-started here at the USA Speedway. All-American Spirit. Taking the score out of the 5th spot. 47 of odd ones. Second turn out. Run out of it. Pretty much freight train to the first, third, fourth turn here. Adam Knowles wants a shot at over now. He looks to the low side. Bennett just up the racetrack. And here comes Knowles on the inside. Bennett trying to race back the hard way. Up on the outside, down the backside, side by side. Turn 3, but again, Bennett will push way up the racetrack. Trying to come back and make contact with Elliott. Caution flag is out with 12 laps complete on top. And Austin Elliott alongside his game to the third flag. 76 of the Jack Nato on the move. Checkered flags in the air. 22 of Adam Knowles going and Delger will settle for second. They're underway. Look at that battle up front. Way on toward the 47, going to 33. Knowles to the 22 again. They trade a little pace. Going down to the turn 3. That's the race for the lead. Now the push way up on the high. As George is number 5. Here's the race for the lead. Kellier up on the outside of Knowles. Knowles trying to maintain, but Kellier's got a little defensive up on that second. His time is running out. Checkered flag is in the air. Here they go to the finish. Knowles for third, Osborne fourth.
Here we are with the 22, who's had a really good run here tonight. As a matter of fact, nice going. Yeah, it's fun. I guess it was. Everybody so far said it was fun, and it is one of the competitions that close, right?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Now, even though you're not up at the front of the pack, you're still picking up some nice hardware and getting big congratulations for what you did in your division.
I like the hardware. I just want to thank my crew.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, nice run with this car. Good going.
Thank you very much. It was a good race. I got to thank all the V6s and the number 5. They all race hard, and it's tons of fun to come out here and race.
And of course, you know, anybody that's out front like that doesn't like to see a caution flag because that gets everybody right up on.
Absolutely. You know, it is kind of a scary thing, but you know, I still held out, and I got to thank all my sponsors, Alexander's Detailing, RJ Tire and Auto. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. And most of all, I got to thank all my team at Mainely Motorsports.
Well, congratulations to you and the General League.
Thank you very much.
All right, nice going. So goes the Ironman main event number 2, the second of 2 tonight.
Main event of 30 laps. Here they come. EKs for cars, super modified. Here they come.
A little happy tonight, right?
No, we know it was a pull start, but we'll take it. You know, we'll take it here and get right now. But I want to thank Hafner's. I want to thank Log Cabin Antiques, Freedom Tires. Hopefully, we can get them to come on now with the money. So, and Mass Chassis, especially my father, Pat Murphy. I mean, unbelievable. The stuff he can produce, puts out of that shop. It's just, it says it all right there, you know. And Speedway Illustrated. You don't get the magazine, then you probably just don't get racing. So. That's all it comes down to. DT100, good race. Everyone should go. No, so.
Well, listen, this is going to give you a real boost of confidence.
It's what we need. I can tell you that much. So we're good. I'm glad. It's good to see Kyle Sawyer come to there, and he's a rookie. So Mike Sperling always races us clean. I mean, great guy. Just a great group of guys here at the Speedway. It's a great track. You know, this is where we belong.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Mike Murphy, a very happy Mike Murphy, the winner of the EKs for Cars Super Modified main event.
Jimmy Russell's got him on the roll. He's the 13 car. He's going to bring them
Thank you, sir. Didn't make anybody upset with me tonight, which is good. I can enjoy this one. Car's just awesome. Great starting spot. Came from the last week. Started up here this week, and a lot of fun.
Well, you proved it with a caution flag, and they still couldn't get you. You got even a bigger distance after that yellow.
I was trying to get the race over with before another yellow come out. I should have saved my stuff, but couldn't.
Got some people you want to thank?
Brian Neal Excavating, Buxton Oil, Acoustic Consulting, Traditional Mortgage, Drew, Joe, Brian, everybody else, Mike. Appreciate it.
All right, nice going.
Thank you.
Me, Russell, comes home with
Top 3 slot, right? Yes, please.
Warehouse Late Model Sportsman main event runs away with it tonight. Let's talk to Dylan Billadu, who comes home with the win, and we asked Dennis the same question. Tell us about those last few laps. What was your strategy?
Well, Dennis's cars won every race, so I knew he was going to be fast, and I saw him get up next to me the last few laps, and I knew I was going to have to race him hard, and I'd race next to Dennis any day. He could have easily wrecked me a few times, and he gave me as much space as I needed. I tried to do the same for him, and we drove to the finish hard, and I expect him to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's great racing. Great hobby stock racing. Got some people you want to thank?
Yeah, got to thank Mom and Dad especially. I wouldn't be here without them. Everyone who helps out. My brother, he's a team car. Ricky Porter, Frankie, anyone else who helps, Maggie. Just everyone who helps out.
Nice going.
Thank you.
Dylan Billadu wins the David's race car and components hobby stock main event tonight here at Lee USA Speedway.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your main returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainely Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
like we mentioned, the Valente Modified Series was the highlight division down there at Lee, and they came into 2014, and big things were supposed to happen, and probably the biggest news that's happened for them is what's happened off the track, and that's with race director Scott Tapley, one of the more respected race directors throughout New England, stepping down in his position.
Right,
the
and
difference in philosophies, and
basically that's what it comes down to was him and Jack Bateman having
who owns the series
having difference of opinion, and Scott standing by his morals, what he believes. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong.
No, but you got to stand up for yourself.
Right, and so he did what he thought he had to do. The thing that's interesting to me is, Scott's grave ain't even empty, and you got another young kid from Maine who is pursuing the race official thing, in Jordan Harnish, who went out and said, "Hey, I want a shot at trying to do this," and had a meeting with Jack, and they settled on some terms where he's like shadowing Jack, I guess, and they're gonna maybe attempt something down the road. And
would you want to do that, race track?
I don't know, maybe at a later time. I enjoy doing what I do now, so I don't know, maybe. It's definitely a big load on whoever the person is' shoulders, and I think the biggest thing, and I don't care who you are, is consistency in what you do. If you're gonna make these calls, then you need to be consistent.
Oh yeah, no, you need to be. You're right.
And I think it's a thankless job, honestly, but I think the biggest thing is you got to be consistent, and they set the tone, I guess, for the series or the track or whatever they're doing. So
so obviously they got to move on, and they lost a few other officials too, so that they're picking up the pieces here in midstream, and that makes it tough.
Yeah,
that makes it tough. But we got some highlights, and you'll hear from the top three over there at Lee USA Speedway from this past Friday night, the Valente Modified Series.
Fans, you will note that the pole position is being left open tonight. We recently lost one of our competitors. Jim Boniface passed away this past week today. The pole position car, the number 88, Jim Boniface. place here tonight. Ran strong early on. Looked like you were trying to keep those leaders within striking distance. Talk about it.
Yeah, well, usually here at Lee, people save tires and go real slow, so I figured I'd switch it up a little bit, and I ripped the pace up a little bit, and it didn't really work out. Our car definitely, we didn't have the best car tonight, but a third place finish is still good, and we'll take it.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, Stephen Massey. Justin Bonsignor, turn this way if you will, sir. Nice job. You came up there and you gave the leader or the winner a little run for his money.
Yeah, I'm tired of finishing second though. It's 4 out of 7 this year. If we just continue this consistency, we'll get ourselves back in. But pretty much first time I'm here with the MRS stuff, so I'm pretty happy with that again. Just gotta find where the rules are at here, because I mean, I was up there up against the wall down in 1. I had them beat. And just a little inconsistent on what you expect to be called every week. So, you know, you can't be upset about second, but when you're going for the lead, you just want to see a little more consistency. So we'll go to Manhattan. We're going to get started there at the beginning of the year, and hopefully we can get the W.
All right, good luck tomorrow night on the island.
Yeah, it's a long ride home. We got to go.
All right, get some sleep if you can. You did it in style. Richard Saber, congratulations on a great run.
Thank you very much. We were very good today in practice. We made some changes to the car, a lot of changes, and in the feature we were just trying to ride out there, and we ended up getting to the front. I got to thank Justin for being a gentleman there. Like, I was a little aggressive with him in those couple laps where we were out racing for the lead. He gave it back to me, going into 3 and 4 for the white, and it was, you know, that's racing, that's part of it, you know. I tried to give as much room on the outside as I could, but I loved it when I just gave up.
Talk about your strategy. I mean, you came out, you ran hard early on. I was probably a little surprised at that. I thought you might get back a bit.
Well, this is the first time for all of us here with this new right rear tire, so nobody really knew what it was going to do. I'm actually going to take a step out of Stephen Massey's book. He seems to try to get to the front right away and then just hang in there. So I thought that was going to give that a try tonight. And the car's opened up, since the opportunities opened up, talking to the lead, so I was able to get there first. And then it was just a matter of just holding on. And you know, I think if the 21 was in front of me, I would have my hands full. But I don't think racing could have got mine in, which it showed at the end. But on the restarts, you know, it's tough with these tires to try to get started without spinning your tires. It was a clean start. And we raced hard, and I'm glad it was someone like him driving the car.
All right, congratulations on your second win of the year.
Thank you very much.
All right, Richard Savery, victorious, picks up his second win of the year. He's a Camden, Massachusetts veteran, getting the job done today.
I did not grow up in the car business. I started as a technician in a small garage, and now lucky enough to own my own dealership. I think buying a new car should be hassle-free with pricing up front. We like to negotiate with everyone the same way. Our goal is for our customers to feel good and make it easy and quick if they so desire. We pay our sales staff to help satisfy your needs, not to collect a traditional commission.
Southern Maine Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Maine's only Viper dealer, Route 1, Saco.
Award season event is going on now.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We've already sold over 150 campers this year. If you visited one of our stores and we didn't get to you, I apologize. We've been really busy. We still have over 200 units in stock with savings up to $10,000 on new 2014 travel trailers, up to $25,000 on new 2014 fifth wheels and toy haulers, and new motorhomes starting at just $59,000. Huge selection, low prices, easy financing.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the Southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Mainly Motorsports TV, brought to you by
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
Clark's Car Crushing, providing guaranteed honest weights with top dollar being paid.
Well, a lot of people have met Dave McGuire over the years, and the guy has a knack for. You know, we always remember the first year we went to Snowball. We talked about Louis when Louis got a wreck. It was like the deer ran into the bullet. But Dave McGuire has a knack for seeing something and knowing what's going to happen. And he got a wreck. You know, what was it? The street stocks or the little mini stocks or something from Star Speedway, and you know, these people that just don't think safety equipment is important. You know, I mean, and you see this wreck. You know,
I don't know what the person had in their car for safety equipment. You don't know that, and he might have not had the greatest stuff and got lucky. You don't know. But a lot of racing people take for granted, you know, your seat, your belts, everything really. I mean, you still see pictures of guys driving with no gloves even after humans had that issue at Oxford. So, I mean, there's different things that go into play as far as safety equipment. And to see a wreck like this in a lower division at a quarter-mile track should hit it home for people how important your safety equipment is.
Very important.
I mean, and I don't know if Dave can take it off my Facebook page or what, or if people want to go to my Facebook page, they can search me and look. But last week I put a link up. It's a top and bottom version of sled test with and without a Hans. And those sled tests are usually like 40 miles an hour or something stupid like that.
No, not even that, really.
Yeah, they're like 33, 35 miles an hour.
It's crazy. So yeah, safety equipment is important, and you know, it's
yourself.
Yeah, no, it is. And speaking of safety, the track that you really need the safety stuff on coming up, not this coming weekend, but next weekend, the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and we got really what I consider two big deals going on there. You know, for us local race fans. You know, one that was, you know, we've known for a while, and that's the deal with Austin Terrio driving for Junior Motorsports. His second go around in that car, and what he's got to be is his confidence got to be at an all-time high after the Acker win a few weeks back, and you know, to go over there. So, you know, good luck to Austin. I know he'll be at Beechridge this weekend, so I'm sure he'll have a lot of well wishers around.
Yep.
But you know, kudos for our buddy Archie St. Hilaire stepping up and giving.
Yeah, go ahead.
Eddie Mack the chance. You know what I mean? The local guy, and you know, and to me that's also big for the track. You know, and I saw with the tracks jumping on board and using that as a promotional.
And it's basically a local company that has helped put it all together. From what I read, you know, I don't know the name of the company right off the top of my head, and I'm sorry about that, but. They reached out to Archie and said, we want to put a local guy in, and Eddie Mack was the guy on Archie's list. So.
You know, he's always, you know, Eddie Mack ran the first two nationwide races with Archie years ago. Matter of fact, Eddie Mack's the reason you're sitting there and Amanda isn't, because I sent her to Florida and she bumped into a guy and fell in love. If it hadn't been for Eddie Mack and Archie, she'd probably still be sitting there. Right? Ratings would probably be higher, and you know,
only the fans can decide who was better.
Who was better? You know, I don't care if she sat there and kept her mouth shut for an hour. Whatever. But no, so that's pretty exciting, and you know, gives us local racers something. You know, is Eddie going to be cheering? You know, racing for the win? Absolutely not. I mean, I know they say stranger things have happened, but absolutely not. And
you never know, but
no, but you know what I mean.
And all possibilities,
you know,
and
let's
realities.
just say he gives that 32 car its best ride ever.
Right.
And, you know, being a realist, and you know, Archie would be the first one if he was sitting right there to tell you we're not racing the Hendrick Motorsports teams and all that, but we're racing our select group. So if they could come out and win, you know, bragging rights for that select group, and but you know, exciting and very exciting for all of them, and you know, and good luck to them as well as Austin. And you know, like I said, I know there's going to be a lot of people down there. Years ago, when it was the big deal, you know, where everybody shut down, but now they're not really. So people race and they go down, and you know.
Yeah, it's still going to be a big deal for New England racing.
Oh yeah, no, it is. So it's coming up, you know, the weekend of the 13th. So
yeah,
we're going to take a break. We come back and talk about some Granite State Pro Stock Series racing over the Star this past weekend.
Award Champs LLC is Southern Maine's premier award supplier and official award supplier for many of the area's top organizations and events. If you're in need of an award for a sponsor, employee recognition, fundraising event, or an entire sports organization, call Todd Mead at Award Champ. They provide the best for less with competitive pricing like the big online firms, but give you the personalized service you can only get from a local supplier. When you're in need of awards or personalized gifts, call Award Champs, where they'll help you reward your champion.
you've been looking for at OT Motor Sales. Shop online at otmotorsales.com.
Welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. And this past weekend over to Star Speedway, the Granite State Pro Stock Series made their first of 2 visits to Star, which is a track that, it's a quarter-mile bull ring, but puts on good racing when types of events like that, the Pro All-Star Series comes in, the SBM, open tour type. Open
That's one good thing about Stars. They have all the bigger series.
Yeah.
Visit them.
Yeah, no, and it was a good race. They had a good car count, and a guy that we thought had a great run over at White Mountain a few weeks back at the Pro All-Star Series, Jeremy Davis, and a lot of guys don't remember, his grandfather,
Bobby Cotton.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. A long-time legend at Beach Ridge, old number 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's his grandson, and Jeremy does a great job. I know they're not a high-dollar team. They try to have the equipment and what they
get decent equipment.
Yeah,
I mean,
they get and
Shaw equipment,
and I think he's
but they're definitely not as funded as a lot of the guys they race against.
Very talented racer, and he picked up the win over there, and second was Dylan Maltz, and
which had a very eventful race from what I heard.
Yeah,
I mean he was leading, and I think he got spun by a lap car or something like that.
Yeah,
from what I heard, and had to charge back from the back of the pack and still come up second. So that shows you what kind of car he had.
For Brad Babb, I think he was involved in an altercation, got turned around, and had to come from the back. So, puts on good racing, and they made their first of 2 appearances, and they'll be back. But enjoy some highlights that you've been seeing, and congratulations to the Granite State Pro Stock winner, Pro Stock Series winner, Jeremy Davis.
Yeah.
Today's vehicles are equipped with complex safety features such as anti-lock brakes, seatbelt restraints, and airbag systems. Even collision avoidance systems. Not available on all models. Hi, I'm Sean Moody from Moody's Collision Centers. We don't wish bad luck on anyone, but even with today's technology, we need to keep our eyes on the road and our hands on the wheel.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 9 locations in Maine. Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Mainly Motorsports TV, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
When you're in need of awards or personalized gifts, call Award Champs, where they'll help you reward your champion.
I remember last year when we came up with the idea to do our own 250 press conference.
A pre-race press conference.
You know, we tape it a couple weeks early, and you know, gives Dave a chance to put some B-roll to it and get the show all done, and air it the week of the press conference or a week of the 250. Oh, we're gonna do it again.
You're gonna do it again.
When
you got a decent idea, you like to roll with it, don't you?
You know, it's funny because, you know, the ones that came last year were very receptive to it. They enjoyed it. And then I heard from a lot of fans. This was what really surprised me. The people that watched the show, I heard from a lot of them that said, you know, stuff that I thought everybody knew, nobody knew. You know, and the thing that comes to mind is quickly how, you know, Johnny Clark's dad, John Clark, and Travis Benjamin's dad, Ron Benjamin, both used to race what we now call super late models and got out of the seat for their younger, more talented, and I can say that, no disrespect to you dads, but more talented drivers.
And I think that they would probably agree
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
no doubt, but maybe old Ronnie and John like to give it one more go, and we could set up a little match race maybe between them, huh? That'd be funny, huh? Because it was funny, and what makes me think of that is we're at Chaudière, Montmagny this weekend, and I'm doing something, I don't know, and Ronnie's over there talking to the Dwyrens. He hollers over, Perry, you getting in there? I go, the roof's still on it, ain't it? You know, and he laughed, but no, so it was the press conference idea. I thought was a great idea. We brought a Southern touch last year with Kevin Powell, and you know, the newbie David Oliver, you know, was kind of stepping up. So this year we've locked down 4 guys already, and probably 4 guys that should be there. You know, the current point leader in the Pro All-Star Series, DJ Shaw, you know,
who's just been
3 wins up here in the north and
on fire,
win down south, and you know, and had a good car last year. So DJ will be there, and then you know, how can you have it without not having last year's winner, Travis Benjamin? You know? And I'm real anxious to ask him some questions about, you know, what
it meant to him and stuff like that.
You know, type of stuff, and then, you know.
If you're going to have Travis, you might as well have Johnny.
Well, yeah, you know.
I mean, you just talked about Ronnie and Johnny.
Yeah, Ronnie and Johnny. So, yeah, Johnny will be there. And, you know, and that's one thing, and, you know, I want to throw out because, you know, sometimes, I take a little pride in what we try to do. You know, obviously we're not ESPN or, you know, Speed Channel and all that stuff, and Ricky Craven down there in the Bristol studios or whatever. But, you know, we try to do our part for short track racing. And, you know, and there are some races that try to do it with us, and you know, and those 2 guys I just mentioned, Travis and Johnny, have been
supportive of this.
I mean, I had a comment about Johnny a couple weeks ago when he come up to me this weekend and, you know, thanked me for, you know, giving him a shout out on the show, and I said, no, you deserve it, you know. I mean, you know, he does, and, you know, so I really appreciate. And he was the first guy when I asked this past weekend, because I made the decision this weekend. I go, well, I'm gonna make sure I can line up my drivers, and he was the first guy I asked. He's like, hell yeah, you know, that was a good time last year. I had a good time, you know. And so we'll coincide it with the opening at Beechridge, you know. That's why we tape it this week, because they're in the area, you know, and then we air it the week of the race.
250,
And so, you know, those 3, and then, you know, how do you not include the guy that'll be going for his 4th win? And anybody that's seen him, anybody that saw him run last week, or
might as well forget about last week.
No, take that, throw it away. You know, but
he's going back to the house that he built.
You know, and anybody that's seen him run this year knows that 4th 250 win is within grasp. I mean, obviously those guys I've already mentioned aren't going to roll over.
Yeah,
but he's coming.
Nothing's guaranteed, but it's you're bringing the gun to the gunfight.
Yeah, and that's Mike Rowe, and to have him there. So we're going to work on getting a couple more drivers, and I'll have a newbie. That unsuspecting guy that at the end of the day could be standing in victory lane, just like David Oliver last year. So it was a really good time. It's going to be this Saturday morning. We encourage the fans, any fans that are in the area that want to come and sit in on it. I get a Sunoco flag. I had the drivers sign it, and we give it away.
Right.
And my daughter won it last year, Andrea, and she still won't sell it. People have offered her money because it's pretty unique that Travis Benjamin was in the house and signed it.
Right.
Along with those other guys. So we'll do that again, and this year I'm looking and I'm still working on it. And by the time this airs, it'll all be finalized and I'll have it. But where the date's going to be and where it's going to be, the date's going to be Saturday, but probably sometime mid-morning to noontime.
Right.
Give them a chance to come over, and then they can all go over.
Probably in the southern Maine, Scarborough.
Oh, it's going to be in the Scarborough area.
Right.
I got a meeting.
Because Beechridge is racing that day, and they're going to have to be over
so
there.
So if you're a fan and you want to come in and see it before the show, we're actually going to tape the show, similar like we did last year, like we did to Augusta, and it'll be a good time to hear those guys, and then maybe they can mingle around after, and you can ask them your own questions or get your pictures taken or whatever. And and I would be willing to bet we got a better than average shot of having the winner coming out of that, being in that room, just like last year with Travis, and so pay attention to the Mainly Motorsports TV Facebook page or the Mainly Motorsports TV website, and or if you got any questions, I'm pretty easy to find, and and it'll get out there as soon as I have the time and date. The date is July 5th, the time and place of where it's going to be.
Right.
And it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. You do those things and you kind of wonder.
Plus, they probably get to see us.
Well, there's no problems about it, and I don't think that's why anybody comes, but I'm pretty sure of that, Greg. Pretty sure. But so pay attention. We'll announce the 2 more drivers, and like I said, we ask them questions, and it'll be questions surrounding the 250 and things like that, and how their 2014 season's gone. So
press conference,
the Mainly Motorsports 250 press conference. Take a break, and we'll be back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Get the right car at the right price. OTMotorsales.com.
Not sure what brand tire to buy? Town Fair Tire has them all. Michelin, Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Pirelli, Toyo, Yokohama, Hankook, and more. No matter what size or brand, Town Fair Tire beats all the competition, even online prices. We'll also do a free front wheel alignment with any tire purchase. Name brand tires, the lowest prices, free alignment. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You know what? I've been thinking all week. I'm still pretty mad at you.
Why?
You didn't let me turn around last week when we were going to your sister's birthday party.
Well, it was my niece's birthday party.
Oh, it wasn't your sister's?
No, see how much you paid. You didn't see the little girl getting the presents?
Oh, no kidding. Oh, I didn't know. I had a sandwich, soda, talk to a couple people. Oh, sorry.
Yes, it was my niece Emma's 3rd birthday.
Oh, that's why the cake was a 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you think they were Dale Earnhardt fans or something?
Well, I don't know. I thought it was your sister's birthday. Oh, I guess. I don't know. But no, I'm glad you took me to the birthday, or I took you to drop you off. But when we went through Standish and the lady was hauling the couch around her lawn with the lawnmower, and remember I wanted to go back and
she had her couch on a blue top and was like moving it out to sell by the road or something, and was dragging it with her lawnmower.
Yeah, and I said, we got to go back and I can get on it, and she'd give me a ride and get a picture of it. We can do it, Nah, we ain't doing that. But
we should have a show sometime of just our mishaps and quality entertainment, things like that we find. Crazy.
Yeah.
They're just the crazy.
We only got an hour show.
You don't even know.
No, you have no idea. But you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Well, we're almost here. We're in the results. So you know what I've been doing in the last few weeks, and I like to do it. My little shout out.
Shout out time.
Shout out time. I mean, we got some guys getting it done. And,
yeah.
first off, I want to throw a shout out to Brandon Barker. And, I've seen Brandon come up through the go-kart ranks and the road runners and the whiz kids and all that. And, bought a car in advance of the sports series. And I'll tell you, right from week one, he has been impressive. And, 3 weeks ago, he finished second in the sports series 125 or 100.
125.
And, they had a little situation in tech, which,
it is what it is.
Yeah, they took it like men and
moved on.
Yeah, and came back to and that's what I like when a guy puts it behind him, comes back the next week and says, "Oh yeah, is that why you think I was? Is that why I'm good? Is that why I'm running at the front?" No, it ain't. It's because we got our act together. So Brandon Barker, he's not only showing him, he's like pounding it in to let him know he's got his act together. Because he come back the next week with a runner-up finish, and then this week comes back and wins the show.
Yeah, he got his first win in the NASCAR Wheeling All-American Series Sports Series.
Yeah, so he's great job to him.
And I think it was pretty popular. And
Brandon's a good kid.
Yeah,
he's well known around the pit
his
area.
Parents were.
His family's been involved in the years. Grandfather Sonny Dorenzo, long-time competitor at Beech Ridge, still over there, helping out. So I want to give a little shout out to Brando as he's getting it done.
Yeah, and that's Rob Herrick's old car.
Yeah. My next shout out is a guy that's winning some races up at Oxford, and kind of had to because his girlfriend was on here a little while ago and she stole the show. She was making everybody forget about him. Everybody was talking about Deanna, but no. Now I think Troy's getting his house back.
Right.
Troy Jordan, I think Deanna was probably walking with a little bounce. She won opening day, climbed on the roof for a car, let everybody know she was it. But Troy's letting her know who the boss is around the homestead, huh?
Yeah.
No, I doubt that's happening, but Troy Jordan, we were up there a couple weeks ago when he picked up the win and picked it up again this past weekend.
Right.
In the Outlaw Sportsman, and that class is continuing to grow, and it's got some good racing.
It's good racing.
Good competitors, and so Troy, you're the man, and you tell Deanna that. I dare you. And thirdly, the last shout out, this guy's ripping it up, and it's almost silly, but Matthew Burgoyne, and the two-time reigning NELCA Legend champion, and what's he got, like 8 wins already?
I don't know.
It's going to be easier to count how many losses he has than wins.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
by the time the year's over,
I think he's like 8-2 right now.
Yeah.
And obviously there's some beginners there, but you still got to get it done.
I think he's won 3 in a row at Thursday Thunder.
And he's winning on the regular NELCA tour, so well on his way to his 3rd championship, and probably have it wrapped up here by the 1st of August. So wow. But congratulations to all 3 of them. There's 3 guys getting it done.
Yeah.
So I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode of Mainly Motorsports. We're going to show you the results, pictures of the winners, and what I miss.
Do I get a shout out?
Oh, okay, you can shout.
I got to give a shout out to Corey Buba because he kicked that butt this weekend.
Oh yeah, after the couple weeks he had a couple weeks ago, and they were throwing a car away, and this week they're cashing the big check, taking home the big hardware, and posing with the number 1 side.
Yeah.
All right.
I felt good.
No, that's good. So we'll show you the results, and we'll be back next week. And if you're looking for something to do this week, you got Beech Ridge coming up, the Pro All-Star Series right in the backyard here. And
don't forget to watch the website and the Facebook page
to
for
find
the
out where it
press
is if you
conference
want to come over and be a part of the Mainly Motorsports 250 press conference this Saturday.